I'm just outside of Kearney, Nebraska at one of nature's truly spectacular shows. This is the Great Migration of the Sandhill cranes. And these birds winter over in Mexico and southern Texas, and then an alarm goes off in them and they start lifting off one day and they soar into the sky into a familiar V formation, traveling an average of 200 to 300 miles a day. On a good day they'll go 500 miles. They make the same route every year. So they travel up to the northwest, some as far as Alaska, all the way into northern Canada. I've come up here to see them. When they get to the Platte River, which is Kearney, Hastings, Grand Island, and North Platte, at night they roost on the river, and then early in the mornings they rise up and they come out to the fields to eat, and at night they'll go back and they roost together. They fly these same routes. They've done this for thousands of years. One of the oldest bird skeletons that scientists have found was that of a sandhill crane. They do this dance, and I guess to attract mates. They jump up and down and bounce around. Right now, they're just out there. I don't know if you can hear them. They're pretty loud. Let's listen. Now tomorrow morning I hope to go out to a blind on the river. But I had to come up here. I hope you enjoy this. The next morning about 50 of us met at the Crane Trust near Wood River, Nebraska. Honestly, I didn't have a whole lot of hope for this day, having that many people, and we were going to go out to where there were 2 blinds, and I was expecting it really to be overcrowded. I was mistaken, pleasantly so. There were plenty of room in both of these blinds. We split up about 25 people in each blind. All of us had guides. We walked out to the river's edge, and we looked out. It was still dark. Just from the stars, you could see the sandbars along the Platte River. And as the sun began to rise, I realized that those sandbars were moving. They weren't sandbars at all. They were sandhill cranes. As the sun continued to come up, they got more and more active. They would, a few of them would fly away. Many of them continued to walk around eating what they could find in the river. They would do these amazing little dances, and then they would fly away. They'd fly sometimes just a few and sometimes hundreds, and while others would seem to sort of maybe look up, and then they would go back to their routine. The first day was disappointing. My camera had a hard time focusing. I couldn't get real close to the birds. But the next day, it was perfect. And with the morning sun, everything was just right. Got some spectacular photos of these beautiful birds. Looking forward to next year. I learned that there's also a sand crane migration spot in Kansas. Next year, I hope to be able to check that out. And I want to go, and there's a prairie chicken area that I can maybe get some photos of prairie chickens next year. That's what I love about this. Every year has promises. They were flying out to the fields in order to eat. These birds will increase their body weight by 20% during this 3 or 4 week layover here on the Platte River. They need that because they're going to continue to fly on north. And like I said earlier, they're going to Alaska, northern Canada, even Siberia. After about 2 hours of sitting in the blind, we all left. I went back to the fields where they had flown to, and I went to watch to see if I could catch a glimpse of some of them in the fields eating. I was fortunate enough to find these. They, again, fun to watch. The first day was sort of disappointing. I got out to the fields. I saw some of them. I couldn't get close enough to get good pictures. My camera struggled to focus through the grass where they were sitting. They seemed to blend in with the grass very well. I took several shots. I'm just going to lay them out here and let you enjoy them. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay on the path, and God bless.